And today we're checking out the Starlight Echo Station by UA Audio, Universal Audio, UAFX. And my name is Gabor.
Hey, welcome along. I'm Alex. I'm going to check out what the delay box does today. But please hit like and subscribe first up on the channel. Give us a thumbs up, ding the bell, say hi in the comments. That'd be awesome.
Please do. And this is provided by the lovely people at Universal Audio Australia. So this is what we'd call a sponsored video. And big thank you to the lovely people at Universal Audio Australia. So Alex.
Morning.
Good morning. The Starlight Echo Station. So 4 different delays.
Sweet.
I need one more finger for it. 4 different delays. 3 that come on it. Then when you register it, you get a fourth one, which is an interesting one. Did an unboxing video up here where I had no idea what I was doing. Now I kind of hopefully know what I'm doing.
Also.
Beautiful delay sounds. There's some mono, there's some stereo. Modulation sounds lovely. We're running into the Ruby today. And you can check out a video of the Ruby in here. And we're going so mono into here, stereo out of here into the Ruby, and then stereo out of the Ruby into your ear holes in stereo. So 2 phones,
Yep.
Equal distance on either side, and then you hear the stereo sound. It's a lovely delay. So you've got 4 different delays. You've got the EP3 Echoplex kind of delay on it with the preamp as well. You've got a late 70s, early 80s deluxe Memory Man. And you have a precision delay, which is based on one of their plugins, I think, called the Precision Delay, which is a digital delay, which is sort of super high-end, pristine sounding delay pedal. And then you also have the Cooper Time Cube, which is a garden hose delay. I didn't know that at the time when I was doing the unboxing video, but they feed sound, I think, literally through a garden hose, and depending on how long the garden hose is, you get the delay. This is going to ridiculous length, so it would have to be, to do what this does, it had to be like a few kilometer long garden hose.
Sure.
But yeah, anyway. And I believe that Echo was designed originally, or was invented originally, by the guy who started Universal Audio as well. So
there you go.
Yeah. We're going to go through them all, timestamps for everything below. We're going to check out the app as well. So it could be a lengthy video, but yeah, timestamps for everything. So let's start off with the basic controls. So they're sort of the same controls for everything, right? You've got delay, you've got feedback, and you've got mix. So delay is a delay time. The delay time changes from delay to delay. We'll get to that once we get to each delay. So how long they go, right? And I think they extended the delay time of the original units to a certain degree, so made some a bit longer than you can. The EP3, I guess, went for a certain length, but they made it longer, and the Deluxe Memory Man, I think it goes over a second here, so you can't usually get that. Feedback goes basically from 1 repeats to infinite repeats, and mixes from all dry to all wet. So those never change, right? They're always the same. The other thing that never changes is the division control, and I'm just going to get it up here because it's easier to read it on my iPad. I've just got the manual here just to make it easier to read than with the glare here. So you're going from quarter notes, and this is the tap divisions when you use the tap control, to dotted 8th notes, to 8th notes, to 8-note triplets. And then the last 2 are actually stereo modes, where you have 2 tape echoes, you have 2 deluxe Memory Mans, kind of offset from each other. So you have the first setting, which is a quarter note on one side and a dotted 8th on the other side, which is that sort of edge thing. And on the other side, you have a quarter and an 8th. So it's a more even, but in stereo, which is lovely, which we'll get to.
Cool.
Right?
Lovely.
You have the color control.
Nice.
The color control also changes depending on what delay you're using. In the Echoplex, it's the preamp, how much gain you actually put into the delay. Deluxe Memory Man, it's the boost. There's a boost. With the Precision Delay, it's an EQ. With Cooper, it is a filter. We'll get all into that when we do each individual unit. And then you have the mod control, which controls modulation. And then you have the A, B, and C switch, which I thought gave you 3 different modulation types, but it actually gives you often 3 different types of... So it has 3 different types of echoplexes. And then it does a modulation. Anyway, we'll get into all that. But yeah, that's the switches. Then you've got the on-off switch here and a tap switch here. Currently, the way this is set up, this is a tap switch. If you hold it in for a while, it actually goes to a preset. It goes green and it goes to a preset.
Yep.
You can still tap it. So it's, I think for 1.5 seconds, you can hold it. The little light flashes and then it goes, you turn the preset on and off. But you can set it so you don't have any tap. You can just have 2 presets. You can change all that. We'll get into that when we get to the app. But for now, let's start off, Alex, and I'm going to go down just so I know what everything does exactly. Let's start off with the tape EP3. So you've got the 3 little lights here. As you flick through it, you select the different delays. The green one is the Cooper. Hopefully they might add extra delays to it. There's space for 2 extra delays. Sweet. Maybe they'll add some more stuff.
Yep.
But let's start off with the EP3. So EP3, you have delay time of up to 700 milliseconds. So from 80 milliseconds to 700 milliseconds. So they went as far as modeling 3 different Echoplex units.
Lovely.
With varying tape. One has, so A, for example, is a really new tape delay with new tape and everything in mint condition. And it is one of the ones that has a compression circuit built into it as well, which gives you compression on the attack. So it gives you a really clicky attack.
Yep.
The other 2, the B is a used Echoplex without the compression circuit, with slightly used tape and a warmer sound. C is again without the compression circuit, and they said it, I think in the manual it's written somewhere, it's the Echoplex that fell down the stairs, and there's tape cut out once you turn the modulation in and all that sort of stuff. So we'll get through all that. The color, like I said, is the level of the preamp going into the recording. So you can really push, you can get tape saturation or not out of it. So should we just check the sound now?
Sounds good. This is a clean tone without the effect.
There's a bit of room sound. It's basically those settings, the room that you can see here. So it's turned on everything at 12 o'clock. And I watched a video with again, his name slipped my mind, but the man who designed it, or one of the designers. And he said his sweet spot is pretty much everything always 12 o'clock. Sure. That's sort of the sweet spot for him.
Let's start there.
Let's turn it on. So we go for a kind of slap. It sounds cool.
Great.
The modulation's lovely, I think. But let's now, for example, and again, he's sort of 12 o'clock is his sweet spot. Yep. But let's push the preamp into the delay, so we're getting a bit of tape saturation now, which actually with that sort of slapbacky kind of sound might sound nice. So it sounds nice, that tape saturation actually sounds great.
Can't get it.
Let's turn the delay time up a bit, feedback up a little bit. So with this, all the way counterclockwise is all dry, all the way clockwise is kill dry basically, it's all wet. So if you run it into an effects loop or something like that, turn it all the way up. So let's put the mix in the middle, let's put that somewhere in the middle with the gain up a bit, with the modulation up a bit. It sounds lovely. So now, for example, so if you listen to the repeats, you get that very clicky sound as you're playing, because it has a compression circuit that some Echoplexes had, apparently, and some didn't. I don't know. I never played it. Have I ever played an actual Echoplex? I don't think so. Does Aaron have the Baron have an Echoplex? Possibly. It would be interesting to compare it.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Don't know if he does. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the Benson and he's got... Anyway.
Got problems.
Let's just now hear the difference with the modulation turned all the way off between the three different delay types, or particularly A and B, right? So A is the really mint with that compression circuit. B doesn't have it. So let's just check that out. It has that initial attack click from a cleaner delay. So if you want something that is a bit more, has more attack and more is more definite, A is the way to go. B is sort of that more sludgy or warmer. And again, the designer guy who was one of the designers said it's clean sounds. He likes that clicky attack.
Sure.
If you're using distortion, for example, and you don't want that clickiness, use one of the other ones. So now let's go to number 2, to B, right? And so this has got a bit more warble and modulation. So let's check out the modulation. So you can really hear that warble, tape warble, and modulation. It's like, and the modulation sort of just, it's just that stereo image just becomes bigger. It's lovely.
Pretties, many pretties.
So let's quickly compare that same setting, A, B, and C, just to hear the difference. So it also has tape dropout.
Little granular artifacts in there.
Because the tape slips and you have like little gaps in it. Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. But now let's quickly also do, because that same sound, it sounds lovely because the modulation is in stereo. Well, it gives you this stereo effect. But if we now switch that to the actual stereo sound, the loveliness just gets even lovelier. That's a word. Let's let's check it out. So this is just, again, normal mono. So that's the one where it's quarter on one side and dotted eighth on the other side. It's that edge thing. But it's lovely. The stereo image is just gorgeous on this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, that's basically the EP3, right? And then you can muck around with delay times and all that sort of stuff. It goes, if you go all the way up, it goes to, what was it, 700?
Goes to this.
700 milliseconds. It's just lovely. It's just lovely, 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 lovely.
Let's do a different one. Memory
Absolutely
Man.
lovely. Let's go to the next one. So next one down, Deluxe Memory Man.
Men.
Now, Deluxe Memory Men, yeah, plural. Well, one really, but multiple. So with this one now, we've got the boost. So there's a boost or input gain. Actually, if you watch our video, we did a video on the Deluxe Memory Man. You can watch it up here. You can boost it quite a lot. It's like a drive fuzz circuit that's in there, right? That the color control controls that. Now this switch in the middle is no modulation. Up is vibrato, down is chorus, and then that's the depth of the modulation basically.
Check.
So let's start without modulation. Let's start with everything roughly in the middle again, because it always. I mean, not necessarily time and feedback, but all the others. The sweet spot is about 12 o'clock. So let's start with Deluxe Memory Man. So that's now with the vibrato setting, which is just gorgeous.
Just play a chord and hang them all up.
Yeah. I mean, in stereo, it's just wow. Yeah, it sounds really, really good. All right, let's go to the chorus setting at the same sort of thing. So this is now the chorus instead of the vibrato. That's the quarter and dotted.
Yeah.
Let's go to the even one. But like the Deluxe Memory Man, it goes quite far. Yeah, same with the vibrato. If you turn it all the way up on the vibrato, it goes a bit crazy. But I think I almost prefer the vibrato to the chorus. It's like a sort of 11 o'clock or so in the vibrato, with the boost up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's. That's just not the same thing now with the chorus. Which one do you like better? I prefer the vibrato personally. They're both nice, but one more time with the vibrato. I like the vibrato.
I feel like the chorus sounds bigger.
Okay, maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I guess because there's more information with the dry signal.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
And like with, I should really mention it as well, like with the other one as well, you've got the store switch in the middle. So if you push that down, you can store the preset. You can save different presets onto the app as well, which you can connect via Bluetooth. And then you can, on the fly, you can make changes to it. But yeah, you can, any of the settings, anything, if you really like this particular sound, you can save it and store it as your own preset.
Yes.
We won't go through that now because, we're just going through all the sounds. It's going to be a long enough video as it is. All right, let's go back to kind of everything at 12 o'clock. Let's go to precision delay now.
Sweet.
So precision delay is the precision plugin from Universal Audio, which is a super pristine digital delay, right? So if we're going back to mono, everything at 12 o'clock, it sounds like this.
Stick a fork in me, I'm done, mate. That's pretty. Oh, we haven't even looked at modulation yet, to be fair.
No, we haven't even looked at modulation. So the color control for this one is basically like a tilt EQ. As you turn it clockwise, more bass, less treble. As you turn it counterclockwise, is it that way? Yes. As you turn it counterclockwise, more treble, less bass. So let's quickly have a look at that. So at noon, it's at 12 o'clock. It's flat.
Just like the Earth.
It's the other way around. It says treble left, bass right, but to me it's the other way around. That's more trebly.
Yeah. Stick it up the guts.
Bass and treble.
Job
yeah,
done.
basically whatever you want.
Job done,
Now
Tyler.
modulation. Okay, B in the middle is off.
Yo.
A up is flanger.
Flanger.
C is chorus.
Of course it
So
is.
let's go to some flanger, and let's add a bit of flanger to it. Let's laugh again. The stereo image is just insanely good. And then the same thing, right, with chorus. So if we're doing down, it's now chorus instead of a flanger. Let's just quickly listen to it back in mono. I mean, not mono because we're running in stereo, but you still
Single
you
delay.
won't get that width. But the modulation has that stereo width to it, but the delay is mono.
Can we get some like full chorusy kind of thing going on with the. That's cool.
Yeah.
Thing.
It definitely it changes when you go more mono than to stereo.
Yep.
And this has got 1.5 seconds now all up. That's
There you go.
as long as it will go.
You know what that
delay.
means.
You know what that means.
Yeah, that's
But I mean, that's the precision delay, which is a lovely, again, if you want a nice, clean, that's maybe more 80s vibe,
Yep.
studio kind of sounding delay, that's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, lastly, right, we're going to check out the Cooper Time Cube. Now, like I said, it's based on a garden hose, basically. So there's a video about it. I'm going to see if I can link to the video about it here. It's like a cube-looking thing that has all the inputs and stuff, and then it's an actual physical garden hose. So they used to, it's just here in the manual, it says it here. So Dwayne Cooper and Bill Putnam, I think Bill Putnam Sr. is the guy who started Universal Audio.
Yes.
They designed it, and it's a garden hose-based mechanical delay device introduced in 1971, and it has achieved cult status for its unique delay sound, for very unique delay sound. The original delay time for the Cooper delay time was limited by the length of the garden hose used to create the delay. Approximately 16 and 18 foot length of those gave gave delay times of 14 and 16 milliseconds respectively.
It's not very long.
No. And when length were connected for 34 feet of hose, the result was 30 milliseconds. This one goes up to 2.5 seconds, which means you would need a 2,813 foot long gun.
So to the shops and back.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Yeah.
So for this, it's free to register, but you register you just do it with your app, right? You register it, and you can download it.
There's also a bunch of videos of DIY kind of reverbs done with garden hoses around drum kits.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. Yeah.
Same sort of principles.
So with this now, this has got a quirky EQ to it, right? So you basically have a filter, right? So you have modulation is not actually modulation. So you've got 3 different types of filtering. It's almost like a lo-fi kind of thing. A all the way up is no filter. Then you have a medium filter and a high filter. And you have a treble and bass, and in the middle again it's flat. So let's start off again. Everything at 12 o'clock, right? Okay. This is what it sounds like. Cooper Time Cube. that's the shortest delay time.
Giddy up.
And I was playing around, so treble and bass. So you can add bass or cut bass, or add treble or cut treble. Now, again, if we're going to that sort of somewhere in the middle here, if I now go to B, you'll notice it kind of filters. There's quite a lot of filtering going on. It almost a lo-fi-ish sounding. So let's go from A to B.
Minor, major, smoshed chord.
So C is the most filtered, so it's quite a small sound, sort of almost lo-fi-ish. And then within that, you can then again say you want a bit more bass, you want a little less treble.
Very cool. All right.
It's nice because it kind of disappears a bit. It's there,
It's
but
very pretty.
it
Yeah.
leaves what you're playing more alone. It's just sort of in the
Yes.
background as you filter it down. So I quite like the all the way down. I really, that's my favorite out of the three. I mean,
Yeah, right.
up the top, it's just a normal delay.
Yep.
But the kind of magic happens when you put that on C, and it becomes a small lo-fi kind of filtered, super filtered delay. And then you can bring back a bit more top end and bottom end with that. I think that sounds really nice.
Especially for pretty, like clean stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty.
And I'd say in a mix, that would sit really, really well. It wouldn't overpower things.
Yep.
I mean, that's basically the 4 delays on here, right? Now, should we now check out the app, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen the app yet.
So we can connect. Yeah, I've got currently. You can sort of see it here, but I've got the screen recording going, so I'll show you here. So basically, you can set up. You can set whether you want true bypass or trails bypass. So by flicking that, you can go between true bypass, trails bypass. You also have preamp coloration. So, for example, if you plug in an Echoplex, or if you plug in a Deluxe Memory Man, even when it's off, the preamp in it is active, and it colors the sound. You can turn preamp coloration on and off, so even when you bypassed, it will give you the preamp coloration if that's what you want. You can set up what you want with your foot switches. You have different options with the foot switch here. There's tons of stuff you can do, so you can change the setup. You can also set up whether you want to be live mode or in preset mode. But let's check out some of the presets now, right? So there are some factory presets,
Giddy up.
and we may as well check them out. So let's flick over to presets. So now the light flashes green, sorry. So let's go, for example, Cube AM radio. What about Cube Rockabilly Slap?
All right.
What about Deluxe Memory Man Slow Vibe Slap?
That's a thing.
What about Smooth Dark Repeats on the Deluxe Memory Man? Warm ambient repeats, deluxe membrane. What about some dark tape from the Echoplex? What about Spiceplex Tape 2?
That's words.
Mm-hmm. What about some extra dirty heads?
Love that. Love that album.
Last one, circular crossfeed. This is the precision delay.
Ah, sure.
That one's nice. And then there's some artist presets. So this is
Without you.
Tim Pierce's Lush Analog Man.
Cool.
Memory Man, not Analog Man. Analog Man,
Oh yeah.
different guy. Memory Man.
Still lush.
Or what about Tyler Bryant's Stank Face Slap? Or last one, Tyler Bryant's Solo Magic. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know who Tycho is, but Tycho has done some
Sweet.
Tycho. But yeah, so you can change what the buttons do. You can save your own presets. You can name your own presets in here. There's tons of stuff you can do with the app. The app does come in really, really handy for this kind of stuff. You can also connect it to your computer via USB for firmware updates and all that sort of stuff. And use the same app on the computer, not via Bluetooth. But I mean, in a nutshell, it's a long video, but
It's a big nut.
that's the Starlight Echo Station by Universal Audio. So, Alex, thoughts
I'll take 2. Yeah.
for Quadrio?
Quad sound, around sound.
Yeah.
No, they're lovely. It's really nice when you can't get a pedal wrong. I think that's like
There's no bad sound on it, is there?
sign of good design, good execution.
Yeah.
Build quality is great. It's kind of like machined, sanded aluminium top.
Yeah.
Look good. Look classic, maybe.
It does, yeah. It has, yeah. Even though fairly new, it has a classics look. Stereo in, stereo out as well, but you can use it mono if you want to. We just because we had the Ruby here, which actually sounded really nice today as well.
Yeah.
The room sound, I really like the room sound. I think it's good. I mean that just in mono, but with that modulation, it's just gorgeous. But then if you have the opportunity to run it in stereo, it's just another level. That's just the modulation is just lovely, and the stereo image is lovely, and yeah, they all sound good. They all have their unique sort of sound. If you would only pick one out of the four, which one would you pick?
Delay type unit.
Yeah.
Ooh, tricky. Oh, maybe the Echoplex followed by the Cooper Time Tube, Cooper Time Cube,
Tippy tap.
Tube, and then maybe the Precision.
Okay, so Deluxe Memory Man is your least favorite.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay,
It's,
I'd probably the Echoplex and Deluxe Memory Man are my two favorites.
it's a very nice thing, but I've also got a Deluxe Memory Man over there.
The Echoplex is, I think, that's my favorite out of
Yeah.
that. I would. That's If I could only have one, that's the one I would go.
The
But
Cooper Time Tube.
Cooper Time
That's
Cube.
what I said. Cooper Time Tube. And it's got like a thing that you don't really get anywhere else.
It does. Yeah. It's
No
a
other
unique sound
host-based
delay.
delays out there. So I dig that too.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if they ever update it and put 2 extra delays in there. You never know. And also, let us know in the comments below if there's any particular UA pedals you would like to see in some videos, because we do maybe have access now through working with the lovely people at Universal Audio Australia to get our hands on some more pedals. Let us know. Or if there's any particular thing you want to... almost broad, but I didn't have enough space. I was almost going to bring the Dream... I used to Dream for the unboxing video, but bring a Dream and a Ruby and have... go in stereo, so have that going into the Dream and into the Ruby, so you have like a stereo setup with 2 mono amps. But
Sick.
didn't do it. But yeah, if there's anything in particular you want to see with any of this stuff, let us know in the comments below. A big thank you to the lovely people at Universal Audio Australia for sending this out to us. And I'm going to put up a playlist of all the Universal Audio stuff we've done are here, and you should check it out.
Thanks.